Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Raw Recap, coming to you live with another one. I am your host, ShowtimeShootz, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the April 14th edition of Monday Night Raw. Let's talk about it. And
Showtime shot this.
Alrighty, with the one of the topics that I wanted to talk about, Gunther came out earlier in the show to cut a heel promo on Jey Uso and telling us that at WrestleMania he's gonna whoop Jey Uso's ass, and he felt great about licking Jimmy's blood all over his body and making sure that at WrestleMania he's gonna make a mockery out of Jey Uso. Jey Uso later on in the night had his fair share of words to say. He said, "Crash Out Jey Uso is back. He's gonna crash out at WrestleMania. He's gonna make sure that he walks away your world heavyweight champion." Now, in my predictions podcast episode, I did say Jey Uso is walking out WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And no ands, ifs, or buts about it. That is that. We're moving on to the next segment. I believe in Jey Uso. The Yeet Mania train is still rising and grinding. So we're going to bring it up. We're going to bring it. We're going to kick it. And we're going to shove it down Gunther's throat. And we are going to, we at WrestleMania are going to celebrate with Jey Uso on night one with the Yeet train. You feel me? So, Yeet. Shout out to Jimmy Uso. He's out of action right now due to what happened 2 weeks ago. You feel me? But anyways, moving on to the next. Moving on to the next segment that happened. We had, this is not a crazy thing that happened, but it was just a bonus topic to talk about. So we had Logan Paul and AJ Styles segment, or AJ Styles had a match with Karrion Kross. AJ, I think, won. Yeah, AJ won. He beat Karrion Kross, and then Logan Paul came out. AJ said, "Enough talking. Let's go to the ring. Come to the ring and get your ass in the ring so I can beat your ass." And then it was Karrion Kross and Logan Paul beating down, trying to beat down AJ. AJ countered some kicks, some moves, and then boom, bada bang, AJ Styles gets hit with the one lucky knockout punch by Logan Paul into the pulverizer for the ending of that segment. Logan Paul going over on the go home show of Raw kind of says that Logan Paul is gonna win, right? But hey, I don't know. I think AJ got a lot left in the tank, but we gonna see. We got WrestleMania's in a couple days, so hopefully that match is good. Moving on to the, we talked about Jay. We talked about the Gunther promo. Yeah, we talked about the Gunther promo, the Jay promo, Logan Paul. Now we're on the Penta versus Finn Balor match, which blew my mind. This match was phenomenal. Of course, I had to end in DQ. Braun Breaker came out and said, "Y'all attacked me earlier before Finn Balor's match, and now I came here to get y'all revenge." Carlito was standing by the stage area, and then he realized he forgot what happened last week. So he just said, "You know what? I'm gonna go in the ring." Ran inside the ring, and then Braun Breaker comes inside the ring, clotheslines Finn Balor, causes a DQ, and then he goes on a spearing rampage. He speared Dom, and he speared Dom and Carlito at the same time, which is diabolical. And then he tried to go for a spear on Penta. Penta reverse super kicked him 3 times. He got out the ring, I believe. I think there was another thing that happened after that, but I forgot what it was. But Finn ended up being on the stage after. I forgot what it was, but anyways, moving on. But yeah, that sets up a big match, Fatal 4-Way WrestleMania. That's gonna be the sleeper match of, I think it's night 2. Yeah, I think it's night 2, I believe. So we'll see how that goes. That match is gonna be phenomenal. I'm gonna love it. Sleeper card match for sure. But the last segment I want to discuss with you guys is the betrayal of the wise man to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns came out. This is fresh off the dome. No notes, by the way. Roman Reigns came out and said, Sacramento! Acknowledge me. You know what I'm saying? Came out, everybody acknowledged him, you feel me? And then we had, this fat ass mic in the way. It's still in the frame. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we had that happen. And then he was talking about how Paul Heyman betrayed him and backstabbed him while Paul Heyman was just standing there. And then Paul Heyman was like, sir, that is not a betrayal. That is a favor that I had chosen to do. That's in 2013 when I said CM Punk was going to main event WrestleMania, I was going to be there by his side. Boom, bada bang. And then you see Seth Rollins comes out in this Shield looking gear. And then he's like, oh, we got to take that. This match dictates the future of this company's future. This company's going to die if CM Punk or Roman Reigns wins, yada, yada, yada. And then next thing you know, CM Punk comes out. No, before that, actually. What happened? Roman Reigns said, Paul, I've made my decision. Clothesline the hell out of Seth Rollins, start beating him up. And then CM Punk comes out. Punk comes out and says, Punk didn't even say anything. Beeline to the ring, started whooping ass. And then he came to the aid of Paul Heyman. Well, Paul Heyman was in the corner. He was explaining. Paul Heyman was like, they came, Seth Rollins came, and then Roman Reigns came, and then they just started attacking each other. And then now just in the crowd, I was just dying. That shit was so fucking hilarious. And then I was like, all right, bro, whatever, cool. And then you see Roman Reigns in the corner of your screen, spearing the hell out of CM Punk. Start beating his ass up. Next thing you know, we have Seth Rollins comes in for the final blow. The chair shot to the back of Roman Reigns 11 years later. Back, boom, right to the back. And then he was just like, you know what? I'm going to take it an extra mile further. Curb stomp CM Punk. And another curb stomp to Roman Reigns. And that was it. That was the end of the show. Now, in my predictions video, in my podcast prediction video, I'm going to make a separate video to the podcast with my thoughts and my predictions for WrestleMania later on in the week. But Seth Rollins, key guy, I got that. That's the man I got winning. I'm not gonna lie. Everybody else, they don't really need to win. But hey, if Seth Rollins could carry the company into the next couple of years, so be it. Let Seth Rollins not let the company burn, as he says. But yeah, that is the Raw recap for the April 14th edition of Monday Night Raw. I am your host, ShowtimeShootz, and I will see you all in my NXT recap on Wednesday. Adios, muchachos. I'll see you all later. Bye.
ShowtimeShootz signing off.